Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's webinar. Thank you for joining us today. We are excited to have professionals from across the Americas with us today for this important conversation on monetizing the AI skills gap at scale, a capital efficient model. AI adoption is accelerating across industries, but one of the biggest barriers organizations face isn't technology, it's talent. The gap between available AI skills and real world business needs is growing and it's impacting productivity, innovation, and growth. Today's session focuses on a critical shift in perspective, moving from viewing the AI skills gap as a challenge to seeing it as a scalable, monetizable opportunity. We will explore how organizations, training partners, and ecosystems can address this gap efficiently without heavy capital investment while creating sustainable value. It's my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today, Mr. Bill Becker. Bill is the Vice President of Strategic Partnerships North America at AI CERTs, where he works closely with organizations and partners to scale AI education and certification across the region. Bill is a longtime writer and speaker on careers and workforce transformation and the authors of two insightful books, The Job Nobody Dreams of, Inside the Greatest Career You Have Never Heard of, and Create Your Own Job, an innovative strategy for job applicants. His work sits at the intersection of careers, skills, and market opportunity, making him uniquely positioned to talk about how the AI skill gap can be addressed and monetized at scale. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Bill Becker. Bill, over to you.
Hey, thank you. Warm welcome indeed, right? Hello from frigid Colorado, although I think frigid might be relative today because I've been receiving screenshots from friends across the US that are way colder than here. So I hope everyone's staying warm. I appreciate taking the time to attend this webinar today. There's some big time opportunities here. We have some, big words here, capital efficient models and things, but there's a great opportunity to take advantage of this AI thing. And that's what we're going to be talking about the next 30, 40 minutes. So I always say you can't go 5 minutes and not hear those two letters, right? I think everyone understands that it's everywhere. So, we can throw out statistics and things, but there's this amazing opportunity. Never before, really, since the Industrial Revolution, has there been so much focus on a particular technology. And there's a lot of noise out there too, right? I think everyone hears these headlines, 10,000 people, 19,000 people laid off because of AI. I hope everyone understands that those are lies. The layoffs are real and really sad, but it's not because of AI. That's appeasing Wall Street, doing jobs overseas, but AI is coming for tasks, and that's a cool thing. And that's why the demand is big, and why the skill gap is huge, because there's this opportunity out there, but companies and individuals are not taking advantage of it yet. And we feel that we have the best way forward. And we are basically a partner-centric organization, and we have this opportunity for partners, regardless of what kind of training organization or even individuals you might be. So you have enterprise. Obviously, that's the big one that companies are looking to upskill. There's a lot of AI anxiety out there, right? Between the workforce, is AI going to replace my job? Again, not likely. More likely, it's coming for your skills. It's coming for your tasks. You could, lose out to a job to somebody who knows AI and is AI ready. But corporations worldwide are looking to get AI ready. Governments are doing the same thing. I know that, one of my clients is Italy, I like to say, the Italian organization in charge of rolling out the Italian AI initiative. Here in the US, I know that Texas, Tennessee, and multiple other states have AI initiatives so everyone's thinking about it. And then there's money out there to go after. So that's a good thing, right? We work with a lot of associations too, that associations members themselves are looking to get skilled up, to get AI ready. We also have done some cool stuff with a couple associations where we've co-branded, co-developed, and co-selling certifications. So if you're a head of association today, and something that you would like to talk about, we would love to have that conversation. And then academia, colleges, universities, that's why do you go to college? You go to college to get, ready for a career. AI is now no longer nice to have career skill. It's a must have, but there's different things going on with academia. Is AI going to go, be put into the curriculum? Is it going to sit on top of the curriculum? We've done multiple different partnerships with different colleges and universities around the world. So if you are part of an academic institution, we would love to talk to you as well. So again, the statistics, I think everyone can just understand that, there is a gap out there. People are looking for AI training. They're looking to get AI ready. So one of the things too is, companies, they're this big fear of missing out, right? When I mentioned that, the anxiety out there, you have the workforce, they have anxiety. I do a lot of HR webinars every week. So HR, they have a lot of anxiety because they're getting it from both sides, right? Their workforce is wondering what's going on. Their executives know that, hey, we got to do something with this AI thing. And because training is such a big part of AI adoption, it's not the only thing, but it's a huge part of it. They are looking at HR to help out. So companies, big, small, massive, are all looking for AI training answers. So you think about this, what are the things you really need to have to help get AI ready? Well, you can learn anything you want for free on the internet, right? So what would you do if you wanted to go out and learn this AI thing? If you're smart, first thing you would do is you go out and you'd study case studies, obviously from your own industry. Even if it's a competitor, that's even better, right? But you also should go look at case studies outside your industry because that may be transferable. What's going on over here in manufacturing could happen here and be applicable to retail. What would you do next? Well, you would go out and research AI tools that are people in your job role are using today. There's a lot of tools out there. There's every week, there's new tools, but you go out, you play around with them, you get a feel. It's like, okay, this one feels right. So you are legit AI ready. Prove it. That's why certification is so important. That's the way, especially with organizations. So if you're talking to, because I'm talking to coaches, training organizations, if you're going out there and talking to a company that knows they have to get their entire staff AI ready, not an insignificant investment. So they need to know, it's like, all right, I'm going to get this training, but how do I know that they're actually AI ready? Certification is the gold standard on that. The other thing too is role-based. So you go out there and we like to say with AI CERTs that our courses don't train on AI. We train on how AI impacts specific job roles. No one else in the world does that with the certification. So regardless if it's marketing, legal, finance, manufacturing, the courses are designed to show how AI is impacting that particular industry and job role. And the credentials need to be verifiable. And also, I mentioned earlier, you got to, great, you watch some and read some case studies, but you need to have actual hands-on experience with AI. And that's why we have AI tools in every one of our courses. You don't become proficient in the course, but the idea is you go through a course, you got your hands dirty with 3 or 4 tools. At the end, you go, you know what? I saw 3 or 4 tools during that training. I'm going to go play around with this one. And in addition, every course has an addendum, a PDF of 10 to 20 other AI tools for that specific job role that we've curated and say, hey, you might maybe go take a look at these tools as well. So one of the things when we first started out last year is like, okay, how is this going to work? What's the best way to go forward? You could actually go out and do this yourself, but so you could go out and build your own AI courses. Guess what? By the time you roll it out, it may be outdated. I talked to an academic institution several months ago and was telling them about how students get access to the course, whether it's an instructor-led version or the e-learning version, students get access for a year. They go, oh, it's like renting a textbook, and I go, it's way better than renting a textbook because by the time the textbook hits that student's hands, good chance it's outdated. So not only do we develop the courses, and everything starts with the certification, because we are a certification org that provides training via the certification. So everything starts with a lot of research, job task analysis, really boring stuff if you think about it, but it creates a legit proctored exam. And from that comes the training courses. And so that's what people are looking for is like, hey, we know there's all kinds of choices out there for AI training, but I want to be able to show that I'm AI ready and certification is the best route. The other thing too is you can build it, they will come, but then you got to keep it updated. And that's not what you guys do. That's you're working with your customers, whether it's coaching, IT training, other types of training. We did all the work so you can focus on what you do best. So this is a chance to monetize, what's going on out there without any big investment. So I want to show here today that we have over 100,000 learners. I think that's probably, jumped up a lot. We have an app that has been downloaded over 500,000 times. Have 500 instructors around the world. I mentioned how fast things change. We actually just rolled out some new certifications a few days ago. So today, we're a little over, I think it's 73 certifications we have. Our goal by the end of the year is around 200. We've been going wide with 10 different practice areas. Now we're starting to go deep. Perfect example is healthcare. Healthcare is a massive opportunity for AI training. So for many months last year, we had our AI Plus Healthcare, our anchor course. Then we rolled out doctor, nurse, healthcare administrator, assistant, pharmacist, and we're doing the same thing, legal, finance, marketing. So we're still going wide. We're also continuing to go deep. And we have partners all over the world in different areas. We have traditional training centers. We have solopreneurs, as I call them, that are doing really good things. They were a consultant. Now they've gone out on their own. Our program is designed for training entities, whether it's a single person or several hundred people. What's happened over the last few years? You've built up your business. You have all these contacts that have spent money with you, that trust you. Every single one of them is thinking about this AI thing. And so they want to look at to someone that they trust. When I talk to traditional IT training companies, I go, remember when you did 5-day SQL classes back in the day and you made bank? They go, oh, yeah, the good old days. Maybe 1% of the world has even heard of SQL. The entire world is aware of AI. That's your opportunity, and you should be excited about it. So what makes us different? We have the content. It's role-based focused. It gets updated. Once a quarter, we go through that and see if things need to be updated. If something happens, a student gets an email and say, hey, your content has been updated. We do that a couple different ways. The first, the research that we did to create that certification and courses in the first place doesn't stop when we roll out a course. It continues. Also, we get feedback from our instructors that go, hey, came across another case study. I think that should probably go into this course. Or someone said, you know what, there's a brand new tool that a lot of people are excited about. We're going to take a look at it. We might add it into the course. talk about the exams a lot. That's what makes us different. Again, this is a legit certification. We follow international ISO standards to create it. And what's different about this too is if you've ever done an IT certification exam, you paid for the course, you went and bought an exam voucher, you may have to go someplace different to take the exam. Everything is self-contained. The exams are built into the course, and there's a free retake. So you actually get 2 shots. And then the cool part, this is what actually got me out of retirement last year, is all the sales and marketing resources that we provide to our partners. Because in the end, if you don't make money, we don't make money. So again, we need to update. We have 70 different courses in a variety of practice areas. Down to say about 65% are 1-day instructor-led, 6-8 hours e-learning. And then we have 5-day instructor-led courses, 40 hours e-learning. And those tend to be more technical oriented. Not all of them are technical. There are some others that we say mastery. So we have a 1-day project manager AI course. We also have a 5-day, which is not technical. So it just kind of gives you about, it's like 65-35 at the moment on the breakdown. So what kind of partners do we have? The first is what we call an authorized training partner. And that can be a traditional IT training company. That can be, a healthcare training company. It can be an individual. I have signed, multiple, what I call solopreneurs over the last 2.5 months that have done really well because they have built up, they have a coaching practice or they've been teaching for several years. So again, they have this group of, companies and individuals who have spent money with them, that trust them, and are looking for answers to this AI thing. The other one is, I mentioned earlier, academia. So colleges and universities in the US, around the world are coming to us, and those programs are pretty much custom designed on how we work, with an academic partner. The other one I mentioned earlier are associations. So, regardless of the association, there are a lot of opportunities. You have this membership. Every single member is wondering about, what am I going to do with this AI thing? Now you have an answer. And if you're large, you have a big footprint out there, and think about, it's like, hey, Bill, what do you think about co-branding and, co-developing a certification? We want to have those conversations, right? Because I mentioned by the end of the year, 200 plus certifications. There's not a list on the wall over here that we already have this panned out. We have an idea. There is a list, but good organizations also roll out products based on customer feedback and market dictation. So we want to hear what things are out there, what people are needing. And the other, the fourth way to become involved with us is being an affiliate. I think everyone understands affiliate programs. This is a way to resell the e-learning. And we actually have people that will do both, become a training partner, a full training partner, and an affiliate. What do I mean by full training partner? So full training partner means that you can sell and deliver instructor-led training as well as the e-learning. Instructor-led training works 3 different ways, basically. You can become a certified, or someone on your staff can become a certified trainer. There's no cost to do that. And then you deliver that course to your students. You can also sell into another partner's class and split the revenue. And if you deliver your own classes, if you want, they could also sell into your class, and that's incremental revenue for you. And then the third way the instructor-led training works is you have 3, 4, 20 people that need a course, and you don't have someone that's certified yet on that course. Rent an instructor, and then you can keep all the revenue. So lots of different ways the instructor-led training works. The affiliate partner, there's some interesting, things there that if you have a podcast, if you have a newsletter, it's a great way, put those links in, you get to monetize that. We've had people who started out as an affiliate, said, I'm going to test the waters here, and then come back and become full. Hey, I'm selling this e-learning. I want to be able to sell really high margin instructor-led training. We also have people that sign up as both, an ATP or an association partner, as well as an affiliate partner at the same time. The reason for that, because as an affiliate, you have instant e-commerce ability. So a lot of people over the years, have done well selling training, selling coaching, and they just, send out invoices and things weren't done, automatically. But I think everybody understands the idea of making money while you sleep. So by putting links on your website, you have instant e-commerce ability. That's short term. Long term, you want to be able to, throw up your own shopping carts and everything. So we have very detailed integration information for partners so that people, you already have an LMS, you want to have single sign-on for your students. We can help you with that integration. You have the information, then we also have a team that can help, get you over the ending to have single sign-on integration for your courses. One of the things that we get into, the business model too, but I mentioned that what really sets us apart is the certification exam. The other exciting thing is about the training is we say multi-modality. So how do you consume the content? There's a lecture, instructor-led or video. There's the eBook. If you're like me, I watch the videos with the closed captioning on. Podcasts are massively popular. It's our most popular way of people to consume our courses. And then we also have the traditional audiobook. So 4 different ways to consume the content. And then we also, every course has an AI mentor. And when we say multi-modality, we also say multi-device. So you can do the courses on your tablet, on your phone. You can actually do the courses on your phone, but I mentioned earlier, you also can download the app and do it, through the app. So multiple ways to consume the content, multiple ways to, take the training. Again, computer, tablet, phone. Lots of options for people. That's why we're so excited about, what we're doing and why it's been so well embraced. So we want to make this easy for partners. You're just like, you know what? You don't have to design anything. Just want to plug in, mention again, we're designed our partnership programs for entities, be it a single person or a very large, training organization. You have this database of customers. You want to mine that database first. And we have so many resources to help you do that. So, we're going to promote it. We have, and I'll show you in a second here, our partner portal. But we have over 500 sales and marketing resources to help partners. Course outlines, executive summaries, email templates. We love to do co-branded webinars. I go on sales calls with my partners, salespeople to go, talk to customers. I love doing that. I've been selling training for a very long time, since the day the Concorde crashed. So gives you an idea how old I am. It's a weird memory, but the first day at a New Horizons in Tulsa, that was obviously in the news a lot. So all to say is I know a lot about selling training in addition to, things that don't work. So, and think about what I said earlier. We don't make money unless you guys make sales. So our interests are aligned. One other thing I want to tell you about is I mentioned the courses, different ways to consume it. We have multiple languages, every course available, English, Spanish, and then we have pockets out there of German, Mandarin, Arabic. We're waiting on partners to come to us and say, hey, Bill, I got 150 students for AI plus healthcare in Portuguese. And even though this webinar was designed, for North America. Usually we have people from around the world that'll attend, but also, even if we didn't, this is a worldwide economy today, right? So the majority of your customers are probably in North America, but you probably have customers elsewhere. There are no territory restrictions. So, yes, you are based in Denver, Colorado, or Miami, Florida. The entire world is your marketplace. And so we support that with multi-language courses. And so again, different types of revenue. You have e-learning, you have instructor-led training. There's some cool things that we've just been rolling out. So when we say we partner for focused, like, well, Bill, I can go to your website and buy an e-learning course. And yeah, you can. What you can't do is, do custom bundles. You can't get enterprise pricing if you're a large organization. We just announced, and I'll just tease this, hopefully that people will, set meetings with me and learn more, but we just announced internally an all-you-can-eat subscription where students will get access to all the courses for a year. There's some minimums involved, and when we talk, I will tell you more, but I guess that's the little tease I will do on that. So I mentioned the partner portal. You're partner centric. And we actually have 3 platforms. We have the learner platform, where that's where students go in and consume the courses, take the exam. We also have a trainer portal. So I talked a little bit about instructor-led training. I mentioned you can become an instructor. There's no cost. You do the course, pass the exam. We get you in with our training team. We have a portal for instructors. So we provide the PowerPoints for every single course. We have lecture notes for every single course, where there's an AI mentor for every course for the students. There's an AI mentor for every course for trainers. So lots of resources for training, and training is obviously bigger margins than e-learning. So, and most of us have come from the IT training side of the business. So we've been around instructor-led training most of our careers. So that's why we put so much emphasis on that. But e-learning is just as important too, especially when you're doing enterprise-wide deals. There's probably going to be a hybrid. You might do a couple ILT courses, and then everything else is going to be e-learning. So you've seen a screenshot here of our partner portal. This is where you go in and you have all those resources. I mentioned we're almost 600 different resources, course outlines, PowerPoint decks, templates, social media kits. We have customizable social media kits. That's very cool in different languages for different countries. Again, if you're international, we have a partner meeting every month, second Tuesday of each month. That recording and that deck goes into the partner portal. So if you didn't make it, or you want to go back and listen and watch other meetings, you can do that. This is also where you would go in and enroll your students if you haven't, set up any type of integration. So partner portal is kind of the secret sauce for us. So how are you going to do this? What's the path? This is not a get rich quick scheme. It is an opportunity to create significant revenue of AI training and certification. Again, everyone here understands, they know every single day, AI. It's on everyone's mind, even if they don't want it to. And this is once in a lifetime opportunity to take advantage of something that has never really happened before. The other thing I like to tell people, this is not, for those of you old enough to remember, this is not like the year 2000 bug nonsense. This isn't a 2-year rush and then, we're going to go on to something else. No, this is to go on ongoing. And that's a good thing, right? Because people and organizations are going to adopt AI, And then as they learn about it and they're going to adapt. Those are ongoing training opportunities. And one of the cool things about enterprises is, at the very least, every single organization, when you talk to your customers, you should say, everyone should have a basic AI literacy, right? So AI for everyone. Then you can make a really good, strong case that everyone should know how to write great prompts. In 2026, it's no longer a nice to have career skill, it's a need to have. And then the role specific course. So, right there, that's 3 courses for every single person within a company. Add into that, we have executive level courses, AI plus executive, ethics, governance, things like that. The other thing we have as part of our marketing is we have a free course. It's called AI Plus Foundations. It's a legit course. It has its own certification, and it's great lead gen for our partners. So I have solopreneurs I mentioned that have given out, 100, 200 foundation courses. That's chumming the waters, if you will. And so then those people come back and say, all right, you know what? That was really cool. I love the UI. I love how the course is laid out. Now I want to take my role specific course. I have other organizations that have given out, since the beginning of December, 4,000. So you can imagine what's coming back through that. So I mentioned all the different ways to promote, webinars, the sales and marketing materials, and then that AI Plus Foundations, that leads the pack. That's a great lead generation. So you figure out which way you want to become a partner. We have courses in multiple languages, and we're adding more every day. I think we're going to be adding Korean here very soon. You sign on to become a partner. That's where the fun starts, right? We get you on board. We plan out your marketing campaigns, plan out the sales strategy. Again, I've been in this business for 25 years that I can help you get started as quickly as you want. We have some partners that have done a little bit, other partners like, hey, I understand the opportunity. I'm going to go after it. How fast you go is up to you. We're here and ready to get you onboarded and get you started selling. And then get into we look at, special deals that, that's really the fun is you get going, you get your first few sales, and then we look at some specialized things. Are we going to do some stuff for SLED? Go after some specific, money that a certain state or federal government. Also have partners that are doing, that are partnering themselves to go out and do some unique things. So all to say is this is an amazing opportunity to take advantage of this AI thing. And we would love to talk to you soon. So kind of wrap things up here. Why us? What makes us different? Big thing. We are role-based. How does AI impact marketing? How does AI impact finance, legal? That is different, and it's backed up by a certification. We're enterprise ready. Again, we all come from a background of selling training to, huge organizations around the world. We have a lot of experience in working with academia. Mentioned about this AI thing, it changes constantly. We make sure that we keep things updated. We have a worldwide marketplace, multiple languages. We're ready to add new languages. And then we have, I think, the perfect package. We got the content. We have, how do you prove that someone is AI ready? And then you have the resources of this large organization and me that can help you, take advantage and monetize what you've built up over the year in terms of business contacts and customers. So that's it. Figure out, think about which way you want to go. Reach out and, set a meeting with me, and I'd love to continue this conversation with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bill. We do have questions in the chat box. I'll just quickly pick
Awesome.
them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first question we have is what's the percentage of deals if we close?
I'm sorry. Can you ask that again?
What's the percentage of deals if we close? Maybe she wants to ask that what kind of percentage do they get, or maybe what kind of percentage do we is there of closing the
Oh,
deal?
okay. So yeah, I think it sounds like a math question, and I probably should have addressed that. So, um, and we'll just deal with the 1 day courses, right? Because that's the majority. So 1 day instructor-led class, 995 suggested retail price, right? Because we can't tell you what to charge, but suggested retail price, 995, $1,000. A partner cost is $160. So even if you sold it for half that, it's an amazing margin, right? And these prices are before we ever talk about quantity discounts. And we want to have conversations about quantity discounts. I want people to come to me and go, hey, Bill, I got a customer that needs, has 1,000 employees. They're looking at 3 courses for everybody. We want to have those conversations. So I told you about instructor-led. E-learning suggested retail price is $195, $200. Partner cost is $117. So still a good margin. So hopefully that answers, that's what they were looking for.
Yeah. The next question, and I would say the last question for the evening, how fast can we launch AI training programs?
You sign today, you'll be up tomorrow. Um, it's literally that quick. When I talk to somebody, after I have a one-on-one conversation, I send a follow-up email. I send a sample agreement that says, hey, when you're ready to sign, I'll resend it through DocuSign. As soon as that's signed, I get you credentials into the partner portal, and then we start meeting to figure out, who we going to target. I can help, do research on potential, customers. I can help design email messages that meet with the sales staff. So it's as quick as you want it to be, and hopefully it's very quick.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill. With that, we come towards an end of the session. Thank you for sharing such a clear and practical perspective on monetizing the AI skill gap at scale. I I would like to tell the audience if they have any questions, any doubts that they would like to discuss on, please reach out to us. We have already shared all the links in the chat box. And thank you once again, everyone, for joining us today and participating and bringing up these questions. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead.
Okay, stay warm. Thanks so much. Bye.